I finish my tea? My tea's done, switch in water. Autosave feature. Alright, let's do it. We were in the middle of an investigation, I believe. Or, sorry, in the middle of a cross-examination. National Post-Work Appreciation Day? Alright, both. Okay, remember, so the monster ran out, supposedly. Let's take a look. Both Phineas, Filch, and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time. But yeah, I appreciate you, Zarek. They haven't stated that they saw Yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that Yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Hark, why didn't those two see the Tenma Tarot impersonator pass by? Oh, we asked them ourselves. I was just about to say that, myself. I really I was. It's like to call Mr. Phoenix Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. I sure he must have seen something. I suppose you can't ignore the fact the little girl believes she saw a monster. Does she have no objection to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackwell? I say that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. When we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait. I don't want to know. Better not to know. Oh, then bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. Witness state his name and occupation, please. Name's Filch, Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. Ah, it's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Zarek, what's up? I'm here. What's going on? I'm here. What? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Test, test, test. I got my audio showing up. What's wrong? What's wrong? Ah! Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Holy crap, Zelric! Oh, I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, though. Thank you. I got hit by so much. That's how Zerk has so much fish stuff. He gets all the subs, and then gets lots of fish. You know you just have exclamation point fish, Zerk. You don't have to pay money for subs just to get fish. It's okay. See, look, I'll show you. Well, it won't work now because you're in the queue, but look. In like 20 minutes, you're going to see I'm going to get a fish. See? In like 20 minutes. But I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're too kind. Oh, don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, Your Honorship, sir? What? But they seem awfully expensive. They're too expensive for me. Ah! Thank you for the bits. How many? Was that 200 bits? Show me the number. Where's the number? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 240 bits? Did I miscount? I may have miscounted. Well, thank you for the bits anyway, Kyle. I really appreciate it. You guys are way too generous. And you started a hype train. Hype train level 5. Hype train. 250. I didn't miscount. Sorry. Sorry I miscounted. I didn't know to count. Yeah, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship. It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Oh, ethics methics. Just take them if you want. Want them. Polish them up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Timotero in the foyer after murder. Zarek? But Fox. One more thing. What's up? Wait. Why'd I ask? No, don't do it. Don't do it. What are you doing? I knew it! Why'd ask? You're too nice. Stop being so nice. You made me feel bad. Holy crap. 20 more gift subs. Thank you again for the 20 gift subs, Zarek. That's a lot of subs. That's so many subs. You should spend the money on subs to eat. Like put in your mouth, okay? I really appreciate it though. You don't have to do that. You should eat subs. But thank you, I really appreciate it. I'm deeply grateful, but I don't want you to feel like you have to do that. I appreciate just being here is enough for me, okay? You've done enough. Thank you. I really appreciate it. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. QB asked. And make sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guests. See, fishy. Got all the fish coming in. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened, after 3 p.m. But I'd see nothing out of the ordinary. Taco! No. Eat taco. No. I see nothing out of the ordinary, no siree. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams. So, you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Timotero? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, and nutter butter the truth. You call it a coffee cup. And Timotero, bah, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't. My bracelet. It's... Something the matter, Apollo? My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So you think Mr. Tanuki, or I mean Mr. Filch, has been lying to us? I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell. Some sort of nervous habit. Ah! What in the? Where'd the bird come from? Is that like a trained bird? Wait, is that like the feathers that he has? Zarek, what are you doing? Thank you, but... You've given 390 gift subs to channel. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna eat this chicken dinner. Hold on. What's a hawk doing here? I'm gonna introduce my trusty cohort, Taka. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, you know? In jail? Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that clear power yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This is some sort of trick, or... Ah! I won't be able to spot squat like this. Well, what the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Sorry, I'm reminded of someone else for your new name, Taka. Heck, somebody help! I was merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackpool, you will ensure your feathered friend is properly fed. That's why we have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll be fine. I think. If there's someone dressed as Tim Montero there, Phil should have seen him. He's making me itchy. We'll have to put our faith in Jake's settlement and statement for now. Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. I've got to see the back of this guy. As in, see him leaving. Time of the murder, I'll guard you in the foyer, just like Mr. QB asked.
Hold it!
See, look, I caught one! There's the one I caught. Village, find an Alderman QB had you handle guard duty. Oh, we got a hype chest. What we got? Hype chest. Got a little cheers emote. That's cute. You guys are way too generous, okay? That's a different one. That's my emote. Why don't I have you handle guard duty? Because you trust me. I am the manor's caretaker after all. Yeah, I think, Zarek, you already have all the emotes, right? So you took said guard duty seriously? Let me tell you something about me. Yipes! Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. Court wishes to hear what you did or didn't see in the foyer, and not else. Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir. Blackwell's got him completely under his thumb. Like I said, I was guarding the foyer entrance that day. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest.
Hold it!
So no one could get to him. Sounds like security was pretty tight. That's because there's always lots of sneaks and thieves around festival time. I got an achievement called the biggest catch of the game. Is that from the koi? 14.7 kilograms? Is that the biggest fish in the game? I gotta look. Hold on. Yeah, we just caught it. I don't know. Oh, there it is. A legendary blue whale weighing 119,019 kilograms worth of... Holy crap. Carol called it a blue whale. I gotta look at it. Hold on. Let me see it. I think I can look at it while this is still catching. Nope, not be able to look at it while it's catching. Can I look? Alright, we're looking. It's still in queue. But I want to see. Can we go down? Blue whale, 119,019 kilograms. Okay, carry on. The solution was to entrust the manor's security to a thief? That's not even funny. So I was distracted by the achievement that popped up. It's a matter of stopping thieves by hiring one, after all. It takes one to know one. I don't know, it seems more like letting the fox guard the henhouse to me. Hey, that's not nice. That is not nice. That is not nice to foxes at all. That's not nice. I could guard a henhouse just fine. I didn't eat that hawk, did I? No. When's the last time you saw me take a chicken, huh? When's the last time you actually saw me catch a chicken and eat it? Huh? You haven't. Well, it's biased against foxes, okay? I pose. Moving on. Oh, so witness testifies that he took his guard duty seriously. Yes, sir. You're on a ship, sir? He's making me itchy! I don't like it. I assume I'll have to keep a good watch if the murder happened after 3 p.m.
Hold it!
Should we keep an eye on the foyer the entire time? Sigh. I didn't eat it, though! Sigh, poor old Filchy. Been working hard my whole life. Might be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy spancy suit and silly haircut. Sorry, Mr. Blackwell, sir. Didn't mean to get off subject there. You call it an epic PC? Jeez, Blackwell didn't even say anything. Here's your question. Yes, I kept an eye... No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer. I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. No siree.
Hold it!
You described to court who you would consider fishy looking? So all fidgety and shifty like, you know, like they're about to steal something. He just described himself. Wonder why Mr. Filch didn't see Tim Matero. Maybe Jinxie only thinks she saw Tim Matero. Or maybe Mr. Filch is lying. And if he's lying, we might be able to spot a contradiction to his testimony. Alright.
Objection!
Alright, we saw, you know he's watching TV. Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, you didn't write to bushwhack a fellow like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at the TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there's a pro wrestling match scheduled, something you'd never miss. Random Fox. We have Library Fox. I want to see something stupid. Hold on a second. I want to see. I feel like we've done this before, but I always get distracted. So I'm going to do this.
Hello there.
Alright, double the glasses, double the fun. I got double glasses. Can you even see? Alright. Ack. I didn't watch that one, no siree. I was doing my job like I was supposed to. Double the glasses, yeah. Oh, let me pull it up here so I can actually see better. Yep. I could do the big glasses takeoff thing where I'm just like, boom. And then dramatic reveal, and I'm still wearing a second pair of glasses. I didn't watch that one, no siree. I was doing my job just like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, somebody even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes. Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." Her. So, do you mix slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of the professional types, too. I can do double duty, watch TV, and the foyer at the same time. One thing Filch can claim to be a professional of is professional thief. He did a good job stealing stuff. Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe the witness was slacking off? That's correct. He claims to have been watching a TV and the foyer at the same time. I want to check something. Yep, TV's facing the wrong way. That's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bald, you say? But I'm not the one who's lying. That should have been the witness, Mr. Justice. In that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. Mr. Filch is lying about watching TV and the foyer simultaneously? Now prove it.
Take that!
Now, unless he claims that the TV has this as well. Take a look there. She's facing the diagram. Unless Mr. Filch's eyes where his right ear should be. I think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and TV at the same time. Oh yes, someone watched TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly, that means Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and were not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes, the bag's out of the cat. Or, I mean, the other way around. Order! 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 I'll take a burger with fries, please. Mr. Justice, Mr. Phil's less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tim Otero impersonator in the foyer.
Objection!
What now? Okay, this Snooki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This. I'm not a mind reader. Hack! Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? Or, I mean, yes. Yes, they were. Sure, I admitted to slacking off. Did I say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. See, the foyer floor and the stairway go all creaky squeaky. Creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So, you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working full time, so who's liar now? You no good shyster? Lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. I hint to you, Mr. Blackwell, sir, you really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing. Now bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Here one, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Choose light of this court again. You may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Please don't eat me, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. That's silly. And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly. Is it about time for... We got 1 minute, so we need to take a brushing break. Alright, maybe I should just go now and then we do his testimony. How's that? I'll go brush. I'll be right back, okay? Go brush. Boo, 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 boo. Let's see. I think we need to do 3 minutes. Alright, 3 minutes we do. And I'm back. I'm back. Back. Oh, take down, brushing. Okay. Here. Stay. Alright. It's true, I was watching a pro wrestling match on office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, my ears, they were working overtime. The floor there is all creaky squeaky like, way out, no way I would miss somebody walking by. So you see, there weren't no Tin Matero in the foyer. Let me check. Superstition is a religion of feeble minds. Yeah, fishing is done. All good. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. We must use common sense for lacking that our entire world would be but upside down. Says the comic prosecutor who is totally a sign of the end of times for the legal world. Besides, if there were any yokai roaming around, I'd nab them and sell them to the zoo. Where the Jinxie was seeing things. Seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. Zelric, what are you doing? Don't do it, Zelric! What are you doing? Okay. But if we can't prove she saw Tin Matero, the mayor is sure to be convicted. So we better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Zelric? Zelric? Watching a dog sword? What's a dog sword? I'm confused. A dog sword fight? Oh, cool. It's true. I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV.
Hold it!
You are paid for your work, aren't you? So how do you justify watching TV on the job? Same way I justify going to CVS on the job. It's right up the road. Quick, easy. Arg, It ain't easy being me. I mean, I can't watch TV when we have visitors and there's no way to record stuff. Am I supposed to be consoling you over your first world problems? Those are his only problems? He should consider himself lucky. Hi, nom. Nicole? Welcome. Yeah, Zelric has been very generous himself today. I may have gotten the number of noms wrong. I guess pro wrestling is serious business to Mr. Filch. My eyes might have been slacking off. My ears, they're working overtime. I don't believe it.
Hold it!
You lied earlier about taking your guard duty seriously, didn't you? Oh, well, that ain't no harm in bending the truth a little, right? Listen to me, you little tanuki. Lie again and Taka shall feast upon that forked tongue of yours. Screech! Yipes. Sorry. Just let me keep my tongue. Just leave until we get to the truth out of him, in any case. You're negligent of your duties, were you not? Yes, sir. I was, sir. But it ain't like that. The floor there is all creaky squeaky like. No way I would have missed it, someone walking by.
Hold it!
So you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to your creaky floor. Plus, that Tin Matero makes a sound when he goes by. It's like jingle jangle. What? Jingle jangle? How's he do that? It's that staff of his. That's what jangles. What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Tin Matero has a staff that makes noise. I think didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? But it's not needed in the documents, so... Just saw Tin Matero holding its staff like an object made a jangly sound. That's what starts the noise then. Oh, Mr. Justice? Show says Tin Matero jingle jangles. Would you consider that vital information? Very important. Very important! Add it! Extremely vital. I request it be added to his testimony. If Tin Matero was to pass by, his staff would have gone jingle jangle.
Hold it!
Press on it, so Timotero's staff makes a distinctive sound. Yep, like a jingle and a jangle. Wait, they said something like that. Something about Timotero making a jangly sound. I think we were missing something here, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I can put a finger on it, because since Timotero never has a staff in any of his in the drawings or anywhere else, then there's no way for him to have heard that staff and know that he had a staff without seeing him and hearing him. Perhaps I should take a look at the court record again. Nope, we don't need to. So you see, there were no Timotero in the foyer.
Hold it!
Please tell the court what did Jinxie see if it was not Timotero. So I was going on about seeing this yokai or that. Just an act of imagination, I reckon. She won't even come near me because she thinks I'm some sort of Tanuki monster. Can't say I blame her. Mr. Filch, you chalk it up to a child's active imagination. A 16-year-old child. 15-year-old child? I don't know. Yep, no Timotero or anyone else gotten in or out of QB Manor on my watch. Oh, what could this mean? Do you think Jinxie was just seeing things? Well, that's the case. The details she provided were pretty impressive. But for to continue believing Jinxie's statement, I have to uncover Filch's lie. Right, or find out why he can't tell the truth. We're gonna press on 4.
Objection!
Timotero's staff would make a jangly sound, you say. Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something that defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you say that you didn't see Timotero on the day of the incident. Why then did you assume just now that Timotero would be holding a staff? Huh? You see, the Timotero Jinxie saw held a staff in his hands. And she described its sound just like you did, as a kind of jangly sound. Yeah, so he's holding a staff. What's your point?
Objection!
The point is that Timotero doesn't use a staff. Not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Timotero. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right. There's no staff. Not even a cane or a walkie stick. Ack! So the question is, why does the witness think Timotero uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecutor's case on the most basic level. Oh, now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Timotero carries a staff. Mr. Filch actually saw Timotero right after the crime occurred. That's the only way he could possibly know about the staff. But busted again. Bloody hell, you duplicitous little... Get him, Taka! Get him! Get him! Yes, how'd that feel, Blackwell? Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Timotero that day, didn't you? Well? I'm begging you. Please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see Timotero. Stop selling and testify to that fact. No can do. No way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. He? Mr. Filch still won't admit to seeing Timotero. Even though everyone knows he did. The question now is, why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit the truth? Come think of it. They say you must not gaze upon Timotero. But in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Timotero will claim your soul. Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Timotero after hearing about the village superstitions. She said that if she told anyone that she had seen Timotero, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? Ask Mr. Big Time City Slicker lawyer has heard about him? Them old village superstitions? Will Vince please explain what the witness is talking about? People of Ninetails Vale believe some pretty strange things. The superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. Truth that he really did see Timotero. Darn straight, that's why. It's all right here. Do not gaze upon Timoteo. Do not tell others if you see him. Ignoring the superstition will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. See? That's why us folks from Ninetail Vale can't talk about seeing Timoteo. And we added the superstitions. That clears up one mystery. Kira took advantage of superstitions by wearing a Timoteo costume. They knew that there was no way... That way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. Events holds that this Timoteo impersonator is the true killer. What?
Objection!
Humph, superstition, you say? What kind of fool would actually believe such rubbish? And without using some silly fairy tale, could so easily expose the culprit. You can come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that.
Objection!
Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Blackwell.
Objection!
Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, and dark, sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstitions in its clink, but few are those who believe in them.
Objection!
Well, the village superstitions are real enough for the people of Ninetail Vale. A life or death superstition might even make you a believer. Grr! Rawr! I know that one. Order! Order, I say! You fool of a Tanuki! 2 times now, your lies have cost me. Sorry, I promise not to do it again. Talk to my fine feathered friend. Have at him. Go, Birdie! Yikes, he's gonna eat me alive! Do it, head for the hills! He's quick. Ah, he took off. But bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him, with your fastest men. That's certainly not something you see every day. Well, it seems a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as Yokai Timoteo was at the scene. Now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's actually Black Quill, but it's just too hard to say. Oh, he's free. Uh-oh. What? Huh? Crappy chains. Ah! His shackles. Urk, I'm too young to die. Justice Dono, long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. Why does he even have a blade? He's a prisoner. You'd best say your prayers. Eek! Like, why do they keep letting prosecutors have weapons? Remember the whip Francisca has? Detective, do something! Aha, I have no fear Fulbright is here. Long is tough. Actually, born. The champion of justice gets going.
Objection!
And get going already before he kills us. Our fox becoming the next cat? Cat? Oh, thank you for the pats. You think? Is that a thing that's happening? Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackwell for his sense of justice that set him free. Objection! I object to Detective Fulbright's definition of justice.
Silence!
Humph. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, can I ask you to, you know... Yeah, I remember some game I played. I don't remember what it was. But there was a scene where you're unarmed. And some assassin comes after you. And you're just like, you know... Where I'm from, we face our enemies, you know, face to face. And if they're unarmed, we give them a weapon. And then, you know, assassin attacks him from the back, and he takes his sword. And, like, the assassin runs off, and he's like, okay, now you have a sword. I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So Justice Dono's assertion is this. Timoteo is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and that yokai, or rather whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Kyubi.
Silence.
Ack! Care to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber? The screen. It's behind the screen. What? He's right, she said nothing about Timoteo being in the Fox Chamber. Oof. Let me enlighten you. That little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. Your point is? When opening the door, she found a freshly skewered murder victim, the Alderman. And the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. Must have been someone dressed up as like Tenma. Arg! Then, why is that little scamp claimed not to have seen a yokai in the Fox Chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, I'm sure she would have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why don't you see Timoteo inside the Fox Chamber? There's one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. Heh heh heh. Long has my blade been thirsted for blood. At long last, it shall be sated. Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice Dono. Very well then. Both parties no doubt need some time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... Ah! 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess? Just so. Plenty of time if your destination intent is the loo. The loo? You mean the bathroom? Sheesh. At least include enough time to wash your hands. So you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished. That's too short. Because you have to walk to the restroom. And to use the restroom, you have to wash your hands. You have to walk back. So assuming the restroom is like 30 seconds away, that gives you 2 minutes. That's not long enough. Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I think our prosecutor blackballed the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor is running the show, does it? It's still only 10 a.m. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Timoteo impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy in the whole samurai act, anyway? Such fine swordmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. Oh wait, let's save the duel until after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait until later. Besides, does anyone remember we were conducting a trial here? Lena, I'm going to go wash up. Hear what Blackwell said, Apollo. Don't be late. I am so glad I did not continue in the restroom. Did we have one case where you ended up going in the restroom? Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, the maid at Kyubi Manor. I believe we can proceed now. If the witness is ready, that is. Ground, leader of 100 demons. He really does exist. Wow, that is one well-polished tray. Witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. Eek. What is it, my child? You gone... Nerari Hyun, leader of the 100 demons. Ho ho ho, you think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, if the demon of due process, if you will. Eek, my charm has no effect. Even if due process? Not sure I can see that one. Now, you little scamp. Yes? I trust you know why you're here. Bags. Bags? Oh, that Trixie Tanuki? Have a noodle stand and go enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Everyone's a comedian. No, I mean your bags. The ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Okay, this charm will keep it. Azukiare away. Kirai? Azukirai? The yokai that washes Azuki beans? The only thing needed in washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off. Azukiare often keeps you up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick to this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. Is that so? Well, thank you. Looks like Prosecutor Blackwell got more than he bargained for. If I had enough alone, but together, those two are just plain creepy. Your testimony, if you please, Miss Tenma. Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene. What Jinxie saw. Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? Well, when I opened the door... Shiver. I saw... Yes, now I remember. Yokai. Right there in that room. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. No, she's talking about she probably saw the picture, the statues, whatever. Lots and lots of them. Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenma Taro happen to be among them? I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is the room was swimming in yokai. Kasha, Rikabi, Sito Taisho, Eek, they were all there. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We've gone from no yokai to a flood of them. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this? Lose a little scamp's testimony? You're... Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear. But a quick therapy session should ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course. What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. Sure you know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. A regular ball of confusion. Can relate. By an analytical psychology-based approach, should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? Shall I let Miss Sykes proceed? Humph. It makes no difference. To me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any valuable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land. Humph. I'll show you. Alright, let's do it. Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? Oh, and open the door. Shiver. I saw... Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. Found something. Looks like an out-of-control emotion. Athena, what exactly were you looking at here? Oh, this? It's one of Widget's functions. Right here you can see images and motions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy. Unfortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. See how sad is brightly lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which makes masking her other emotions. Seems the sheer terror she experienced has made her a confused mess. So, all those yokai she thinks she saw are the product of rampant emotions? Yes, that's right. Her fear is instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. And the trauma in Juicy's case is fear. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. I'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Now, let's see. Yokai right there in that room. Paul, can you point out the yokai on the wheel of fire? I'm particularly terrified of that one. Try by pressing probe. Okay. Next point of what's causing Juicy's out of control emotion. I'll hit probe again to try and get to the heart of the matter. Okay, let's give this a try.
Got it!
Jinxie, what's the name for that yokai on the wheel of fire? Now that's Akasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. But it came to the Aldermans. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly, it's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime that she might have taken for Akasha. Well, you can point out what she thought was yokai on the wheel of fire. I think I know the answer now. Please, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you possibly mistake this for Akasha?
Take that!
Fly fixture? This one right here. It has a flame design, and it's up there on the ceiling. There's never a yokai on a wheel of fire. Gosh, you saw it was just a light fixture. Eek! Okay, we made progress. That's when we were back to normal. Nice job. Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be a essential point at the rest. Jinxie, what about this white wall like the monster? That's the Narakabi. It's a wall monster that blocks your way or leads you astray. That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen. Eek. And this raccoon dog isn't a Tanuki monster. It's just a statue of one. Eek! And look, these are just coffee cups. And this right here is nothing more than a fox statue. Eek! I don't know what I was thinking. My progress. You did it, Apollo. Her extreme fear is under control now. It's all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai after all. See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. It's like that. We thought there never really were any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Right. There never really were any yokai there. So defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion. Wait, Juicy? What about Timotaro? There wasn't anyone there to dress up as Timotaro or any other yokai either. I remember clear now. You've gotta be joking! He was behind the screen. Order in the court. I think we just dug out our own grave. Allow me to push you on in. Push you on in. It's the least I could do. No! Apollo, can I interrupt your freak out for just a minute? I'm still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly, we should be able to get something else out of her. Not only new information we have and run an update. Did I see Timotaro in the Fox Chamber? I was so scared when I entered the room. What is this? Was this one shock? My legs gave out and I fell to the floor. There in the Fox Chamber, I saw Shiver. The Alderman dead on a table, and Papa collapsed in a chair. Nobody else is there. That includes Timotaro. What are we trying to pinpoint? Let me save. I'm not really sure exactly what we're doing here. Wait.
Got it!
Is it? Seems like an unnatural reaction. Really? Because I don't see it that way. Isn't unexpected given her testimony? Hello, is there anybody in there? Not if you can hear me. Yes, there is someone at home, and that someone is just going to try that again.
Got it!
I don't know. Oh, this seems like a natural reaction. I don't know what's going on. We only had 2 reactions. I don't see either of these going. I've tried both of them.
Got it!
I don't know what's going on. So this is fear, and this is... Am I confused? I'm gonna double check what these symbols mean. I just want to double check. Alright, happiness and enjoyment. Anger, frustration. Sadness and fear. And surprise slash... what? Surprise, confusion. These emotions seem perfectly reasonable. Surprise and fear. Or sadness. There's no other emotions. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Okay, let's try this. Try to find the emotions that contradict her statements. If I find a contradictory emotion, I should point it out. That's right, but it's not just contradictory emotions you should look out for. Let's keep an eye out for a sudden change in emotion's intensity. There it is! I didn't know what... Okay, how much might get stronger or weaker as you move from statement to statement? We're going to compare how the same emotion changes throughout the testimony. Contradictory emotions and changes in intensity? Okay, I guess I'll give it a shot. Alright, this got more shocking.
Got it!
Why did she get less afraid when she fell? The amount of fear you felt is rather low, despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear? Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt she was there with me. Yeah, in her sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Oh, look. Okay, what? Oh, I hit button. Oh, the noise is all gone. Jason seems to have remembered everything now. Bye-bye. Sudden burst of courage. Now, where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage? Yes, there was. I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Any what could have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there's one piece of evidence that comes to mind. What if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime? Jinxie, does your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this?
Take that!
Could have been this? Huh? Oh. That's not encouraging. The energy presented seems to have produced confusion rather than courage. Guess I got that one wrong. Well, if at first you don't succeed, you know the rest, Apollo. Does your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this?
Take that!
The flower! Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a Ninetales flower here at the scene, did you? Ah, the demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of a Ninetales flower on it. I liked it so much I kept it. You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene? That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, witness will produce said evidence this instant. So sorry. It does seem to be some sort of case. Look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. Might I have a look at your baldness? Ah, this is none other than the master key to QB Manor. Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackwell? Matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. Master key? That went missing? Why don't I like the sound of that? Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Oh, heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder. Since the master key is the only other key that could open the chamber. This master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. Your point is? Until Jinxie Tama opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there's no one else in there save the victim and his killer. I thought you figured it out for yourself by now. A killer other than Mayor Tima himself would be utterly inconceivable. You can use that word a lot, but I don't think it means what you think it means. No!
Objection!
How could this happen to me? I made some mistakes. Urgh. This assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations. Athena, are you alright? Ugh, I know Mayor Tima's innocent. There's nothing we can do. This sucks. Sax Dono, allow me to put you out of your misery. Ow! I'm back, baby. Random Fox. Oh, we got the Final Fantasy Fox. Look at that. Can I decline your offer? abandon your client in your misplaced faith in him? Let the belief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. But he's not going to fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. Now I'm the one who's dazed and confused. Can't even think straight. Hey, you're alright. She fell right into his trap. She just should make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared, and your conscience cleansed. Alright, I'll be back then. Back in 10. Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Follow? Mr. Justice? I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to? Huh? Alright. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena. Of course, waiting, Mr. Justice. But as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecutor's case? Well, actually, I do. Apollo Justice. I'm fine. Oh, you do have something more than your courts of steel, don't you? Not really. But we'll be fine. But I've got absolutely nothing. That's never stopped me before. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. It's all over if I don't. Oh, this calls for a new approach. I think outside the box. Or in this case, inside the box. Or what a doozy that locked room is, too. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that could counter the prosecution's argument? You bet I do. The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another. Fake conjecture shall earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. Time to or die, literally. Vince will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room. Sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I am fine. We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? Choices are pretty limited. There's a window, but it's open wide enough for anyone to get through. There's a sheer cliff outside. See, my first thought was that he had hit the screen, but I don't think that's the case. There's wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. As to air vents, it's up too high, and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it. Could you not stand on this? Just say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out. That's why we gotta keep the solution simple, like they say, simple is best. We rule out all the absolutely impossible escape routes. And whatever's left. Hi Pixels! Throwing Legos at me again? Whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox Chamber was compromised. How's it going? Your Honor, the defense proposes that this killer escaped through here. I want to save. Makes me nervous. I feel like I want to say the door. Can I get both? Hallway door? Well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out. It would appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until GC Tema came on scene was within that locked room. I won't exit the Fox Chamber and then lock it without a key. Should have seen this coming. I may be too early. I'm doing pretty good. Remember, I'll keep it simple. Right? I understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but... Oh, Mr. Justice? Prosecutor is some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly. I am fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked was because... Tim locked it from inside. Tim locked it himself after the killer fled the scene. No, that's not what I wanted to say. Just in case the killer decided to return. That's not what I wanted to say. That was why the room was locked. Yes, I see. And again, wouldn't Mayor Tima have mentioned that himself? Well, maybe it slipped his mind. Because that blow to his head. Ag! I thought he locked it before, and then the killer was still in the room. Oof. I've already considered and investigated such possibilities. You have? His fingerprints were not found on the door or his doorknob. One fingerprints found belonged to the Ottoman. Though the mayor did not so much as touch the door. Oops. Then how about... Wait. He could go back to the air duct and throw it in there. That's how he did it. He locked it from outside, and he threw the key back in. Both the room was locked from the outside. In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door, then locked it. Ouch. Through this, master key was found inside the tightly locked fox chamber. Assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. No, it isn't. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside, but the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both, like how the key could be inside the room and be used to lock the door from outside. Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackwell draws his sword. How could the master key be at the crime scene despite the room being locked tight? Threw it in from outside. Or someone threw it into the room from outside. You know, something like... got in the hallway door, locked the room, and then tossed the key back into the window. That explains how the master key could be inside the locked room. And where would you throw it from? There was a cliff outside the fox chamber's window. Throwing the key in from there is an impossibility. Oh, right. The air duct! Act! I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window. Could the key have been tossed into somewhere other than the window?
Take that!
The air vent? Yes. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. Fox chamber's air duct leads out into the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the fox chamber. Then dropped the key into the room through the vent inside the chamber. Urgh! That's preposterous. Oh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly. Confetti! Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. Don't worry. I'll explain to you so even your honor can understand. First, the real killer disguised as Timotero murdered the Ottoman in the fox chamber. Then they fled the room to the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent outside in the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent, then made the cry. And see there. All that was left to do after that was to go back through the duct and flee the manor. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer? Amazing, even I could follow that. Just seemed really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Timotero. And there was someone other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Who's that lawyer? He's beating the jailbird prosecutor. Well, that was a total turnabout. That massive forehead of his seems so much more attractive now. They really had to throw that in there, didn't they? Order, 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 I say. Now that I've proved a possible third party, I'll say our client could be guilty.
Silence.
He sounds like a pirate. A valiant effort, Justice Dono. But your final thrust missed its mark. Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Dookie saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? That irksome yokai simply goes to the foyer and walks right out the front door? So that's exactly what happened. The killer fled from the... Youch! But that is impossible without being spotted by the foyer security camera, that is. Like I here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there's no sign of Timotaro anywhere in the security footage. Well, what? Save for the foyer entrance, there is no other way to flee the manor, is there? I don't feel so good.
Hold it!
Wait, I believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera. Hey, you're right.
Silence.
Oof. Must I point out every crucial detail into the fence? Seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliffside. That is the cliffside of the manor. One killer escaped that way would be a dead one. No! Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? Heck, right? Huh. I suppose your next proposal is the killer sprouted wings and flew off in the sunset. I think we have proof of that. I mean, the killer really was yokai. If only we had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer. I'm saying we don't. As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? Saying you can prove the killer could fly? No, I can prove the killer could glide, maybe. Oh, I thought I was the one with the cords of steel. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Your Honor? What evidence did you have that the killer could flew away?
Take that!
Take a look at the special edition paper. Timotaro, real or flight of fancy? What does this article prove, Mr. Justice? The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fled out of the window. And Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting. Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer disguised Timotaro flew away, you know, by some way or another.
Silence.
Random Fox. Oh, we got Galaxy Dress Fox. I like this one. Is your brain that has fallen the coop? That image is not but trick photography or some other form of artifice. Okay, then how about the Timotaro figure Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into thin air? No, there's a rational common sense explanation for that. An infernal yokai or Trixie Tanuki witness never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the cameras liked her guy. She? I don't like where this is going. One bit. Or, how about this? The killer was the tall guy with the lipstick. He took off the costume knowing that Filch wouldn't see him, and then threw the costume out the window, and then was there. Now the fact that we know the yokai had to come from the Fox Chamber means that it was likely either Mayor Damien Timma or his daughter Jinxie Timma. How do we know that Mayor Timma was already unconscious at that time? Nope, not good. Not good at all. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants and the appearance of Timotaro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Timma. Ah, no! Order! Order! Defense will stop competing for the greatest freakout ever. Little Scamp was no doubt simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade. Marshal Blackwell's assertion makes the perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out a window. Oh, do you truly believe this could end any other way? Did he fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai. If only we had one. Bailiff, seize her. It is time I interrogated her as a samurai of your wood. Hold it! Mayor Timma? Humph. This farce is over. How does it feel seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? Timotaro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After all, you had been knocked out cold by the blow to the skull. Slipping into yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for the obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce. Confess? You intends to confess? Wait. Apollo. Prosecutor Blackpool's up to his mind games again. Fatima, no. Don't fall for his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinx will be left all alone. The real killer is... Fatima's going to confess unless we do something. But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. Caw. Look upon me in despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh. I should watch what I wish for. Caw. Foolish mortals. I am Timoteo, the yokai you seek. Mayor Tima? Silence! I am Timoteo, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold, the return of Demon King. What the? Demon King? Well, then I think it's time for me to take a vacation! Well, that's a bit wild, but, witness will, he will explain himself. Are you saying you're Timoteo? The yokai we've been chasing this whole time? Should we go brush and figure this out when we get back? What, a turn of events, exactly. I think we go brush, then, yeah, it's a couple minutes early, but, we're gonna go brush, and then we'll figure out... Ah! Cookie! No, eat a cookie. No, eat a cookie, okay? I'll go brush, I'll be right back, okay? We go brush. Brushy. I am back. We're still 35 seconds early, though. No worries. 35 seconds early. Let's catch a fish. We fish. We catch a fish. We catch a fish. Fishy, fishy, fish. Fish, fish, fish. Alright, 10 seconds. Caught a rabbit fish. You never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Alright, let's do it. Are you saying you're the Timotero? You're Timotero, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time? Indeed. It is I, Timotero, the one whom you seek, come to reveal the truth. I don't know. In total? No, wrong button. 9. Is I, Timoteo, the one whom you seek, come to reveal the truth? This child is Timoteo, you say? Ha! What nonsense. So, Mayor Tima is a yokai now? Caw. His body's now mine. So you're saying that Mayor Tima is being possessed by Yuyu? And that the yokai that Jinxie Tima and Phineas Filch saw? Timatako? And the one captured the newspaper photo, those were all you? The cursed power of these wording charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Your baldness. Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? Well, a confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented. Be as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. Huh? What? You claimed the yokai that Little Scamp saw was some third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber. But it's the accused all along. Arg! Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real in the manner of speaking. For the alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tima. And the yokai at the scene, that too was Mayor Tima, or should I say, our dear Timotero. These have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackwell? Oh, it seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Tima killed the alderman in the fox chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the forbidden chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow the alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter, Jinxie Tima, stumbled on the scene of the crime. Those Scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Timotero, freed at last from the charm's warding's effect, took possession of the mayor. The freed Timotero then fled from the fox chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tima saw was her father possessed by Timotero.
Objection!
But he was still there when we went. When we arrived on the scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How's it possible we were supposed to have flown out the foyer window? And what? Do you mean to say that the maid of QB Manor, Jinxie Tima, was Timotero? Oh. Ah! Hold it. Call. That too is easily explained. So about for a time did I, but presently tired, I made for the forbidden chamber. The last exhaustion took me unawares in the fox chamber, and I knew no more. Hopefully we'll see the pieces are still in place. Is Blackwell up to his tricks again? I don't know what to say. Is the defendant really real live? So we're at Mayor Tima is true? I knew yokai were real. You mean he really did kill the alderman just so he could rest at least Timotero? Order! That's got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai. As Simon says, on steroids. He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming yokai. Look, the ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your baldness. Oh, but this is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career. Otherworldly, in fact. Can yokai even be prosecuted under our legal system?
Objection!
Mayor Tima is just pretending to be Timotero to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature. Since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to...
Silence!
Oh, this is the dark age of law where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning. Justice Dono.
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence.
Silence.
He just sound like a pirate. Silence. Then fooled by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is the Shokai before us. It is beyond dispute. A guilty verdict is all but... What's wrong with him? Mr. Blackwell, we've had enough of your hijinks. We found us justice is fair play, and you're in serious violation of that. Huff. Huff. What the devil was that? Fulbright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manner? Ha 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 ha. It seems you found that quite shocking. It's my special jolt of justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave. You'll pay for this. I, Simon Blackwell, vow to... Ah! Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackwell remained on his best behavior. A bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective? I don't know, I don't like the idea of a shock... anything. Shock bracelet, shock collar, no. A bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective? Well, in that case... randomly, I did find something interesting, so I got home, and I'm gonna go check my mail, and I noticed there's a pink X next to my driveway. And my first thought was, oh no, the HOAs come by and see my grass is too tall, and they're like, oh, they're marking me to make sure I cut it. And I saw one on the other side too, and then I looked and I saw that, you know, my neighbor had one too, and like all the way down the street. And so I went and I saw this, it's a flyer, it wasn't a flyer, like, you know those doorknob hangers? There was one on my porch, it wasn't on the doorknob. But apparently they're putting in fiber in my neighborhood. Fiber internet. It's coming to my neighborhood. So, I don't know, it looks cool. I don't know how much it is, but it's like 5G. I don't know who they are, though. So, I don't know. But I have my phone with my... I have my phone with my ISP, but I keep having internet issues. So I feel like getting fiber would alleviate that, right? Let's see. Is fiber more reliable than cable? Fiber is generally considered more reliable than cable internet. Speeds can be... cable is a shared network, meaning your speeds can be affected by network neighbors. So, I don't know, but I might have to switch. They're gonna be so, like, they're gonna hate me for that, but, I've had so much trouble with them. I don't know. It's tempting. Well, in that case, this concludes today's deliberations. The prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned. To be continued. Well, that seems like a good stopping point for tonight. What do you think, Treeborn? Treeborn, should we stop for tonight? Treeborn's still here. What do you think, Treeborn? Okay, we'll keep going. I wasn't just messing with Treeborn, was I? Yeah, I was. We got almost 2 hours left. Come on. I'm not that bad. And we're halfway through the week. Perfect. It's the weekday screams. Having yokai testify in court is unprecedented, to say the least. I'm Timotaro, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. Tim suddenly become a demon? Yeah, strange. Even worse, Prosecutor Blackwell is playing along. Sigh, I can't even think straight anymore. I'm gonna go out for a run. See you in a bit. Wait, what about the investigation? Back. Eek. Whoa, Trucy. Welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit. Back from work? Yep, I really nailed this big new magic trick I've been working on. Also heard about those tricks that were conjured up in court earlier today. You know, it's even out of nowhere trick, and Polly's tightrope style defense trick. I was just considering the disappearing act on my own after all that craziness. Anyway, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. I know the killer must have used the air duct in their escape. Whoever did that was the Tim Mateo that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw. I may have some evidence in the air duct. The fight starts right now. And before you let go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! And I say evidence has disappeared into Truce's magic panties. I wonder where all that stuff goes. Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Vamonos, Apollo, vamonos! Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. This is the second time we've been here, Treeborn. You just missed the first time. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so... What has been like this ever since the trial? Well, since the justice has been beaten to a pulp, it'll probably take a while for him to recover. I sort of feel bad for him. We have work to do. Let's go get evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know that Tim Mateo and Perseer used to make an escape. After murdering the alderman, the killer left the fox chamber through the hallway door. And after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the fox chamber through the air vent here. He went back through the duct and fled the manor. That's how the illusion of no one entering and leaving the locked room was created. If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there. Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting. How nice of her to volunteer me for the job. Whoa, it's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. Cough, cough, wheeze, sputter, cough, cough. Why don't we enter from the hallway? There's a thick layer of dust in here. Cough, cough, wheeze, sputter, cough, cough. I don't get it. Find anything? Yeah, I can follow what happened. You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. So what'd you find? You know how dust collects on something when nobody used it for a long time? Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office. Right, you think it'd be possible to crawl over that sort of dust without leaving a trail? Seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting no one's gone through that duct lately? Okay, so he was hiding behind the screen, or he's hiding in this little tanuki thing. It looks that way. It's true Mayor Tim is going to be fingered as the killer. But if we don't turn things around quickly, just as we trust. Ack. Haha, sorry, Mr. Justice. It seems your justice was not the most just, after all. His my sense of justice prevailed. Arg! Detective Fulbright sure seems chipper all of a sudden. Ugh, and I'm back to my old, devastated self. Oh, come on. Where's that never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer Man. Bring it on. Let me suffer in peace. Ha ha ha. Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, besides. Hitting someone when they're down is what bad guys do. Ack! Are you calling me a bad guy? Me? Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice? How about some information on the investigation? We need some help here. Information about the investigation. Alright. I don't have you calling me a bad guy ever again. Understood? We did it, Apollo? Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? Can't be Prosecutor Blackwell will slip that low. Pinning blame on the yokai? He really wants to convict her at all costs. She could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yes, well, I haven't writing self-reflective essay as you speak. I doubt that'll teach me anything. Yeah, I'll probably just write Dotard 1,000 times. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Through this monster, Blackwell believes that Jinxie Timma planted that yokai stuff, planned in an effort to protect her father, the real killer. You're right, I'd like to see you prove it. Whoa, calm down. He doesn't have any direct evidence. But we did find this. It's a base of cliff just outside QB Manor. Wait, that isn't the staff Tim Matero was supposed to be carrying, is it? The one and only. Tim no doubt tossed over the cliff when she was done. Oh wait, well, what about Prince? Nope, no Prince, but if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be any. Anyway. Well, Prince or no Prince, it's not going to work in our favor. My staff might belong to the mansion. If that's the case, then where in the mansion did Tim Matero get it from? Did Prosecutor Blackwell figure out that the victim was the Amazing Ninetales? He did indeed. He's a sharp one now, right? He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger in the victim's past. Amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. Mayor Damien Timma is the corrupt politician who murdered that great hero. The Amazing Ninetales fans are so angry they even tried to storm the detention center. I don't blame them. I mean, their favorite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the Amazing Ninetales? Wrestler's mask is a wrestler's mask. That's supposed to be wrestlers. Wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. There are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. Having a mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. It's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. She spoke with a passion that only a fan could appreciate. We ought to become fans ourselves and go protest in front of the prison. What? No. Did you forget that Mayor Timma is not only Jinxie's father, but our client? Oh, yeah. Be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you don't find yourself on the wrong end of a figure 4 leg lock. Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. Any other new developments we should know? Now that you mention it. Our son was suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. Exact words, I'm under no obligation to speak with you mortals. Other than that, and other things of that nature. What Mayor Timma remembered. But I can't go ask him now, because Prosecutor Blackwell's busy questioning him. No, I want you to wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids. Haha. What now, Apollo? Thought we're going back to the agency. Good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there. Alright, we head back. See what Mr. Wright has to say. Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. And I'll go down and do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's up, you guys? You seem bummed out. How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff and the only way is down. In other words, business as usual, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time it's like we're bound and gagged too. If we're blindfolded with our ears plugged up. Oh, and monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo. Oh, and Athena's here too. Mr. Wright. How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena? I think it's safe to say that things have gotten hairier than before. Really? What happened? I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court, to say the least. I know, I've never had to defend a yokai before. I just about the locked room is another major huddle. I can't talk. Yeah, on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. At least you figured out how someone could have escaped that locked room. Yeah, we just found out that our reasoning might be a tad flawed. But really, that's bad news. How are we going to get out of this one? Most of the times are when lawyers have to force their business smiles. Force? A smile? Yeah, my mentor taught me that, back when I was still learning the trade. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That's the lawyer's greatest but most trusted weapon. Basics. Always believe in your client, huh? So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during her trip to Europe. Huh? You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about that before? Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Okay, wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did, but an old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time, so... Oh, I guess you were never very far from the courtroom then. It's like fate brought us together. It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. I knew she was a lawyer material from the moment I met her. And I have high hopes for her ability to analyze people's emotions. Oh, it's nothing special. Huh, maybe I've underestimated that analytical psychology of hers. Because I felt that my special ability could help defend innocent people. I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the room. Is it still raining, you think? Can I look? Phone? Can you let me look? Cloudy. But with more rain coming, maybe? I don't know. Did everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hating the books hard. I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Well, that's almost superhuman. Personal, like she's trying to help somebody she knows. Alright, I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Keep believing in my client. Right. Mr. Wright? Yes? I'm going to go visit our client again. I think that's a good idea. Alright, time to see what's new down at the detention center. Mayor Timma, we want to talk to you about something. Kershaw! Eek! Caw. So our minions have returned. Apollo? He still thinks he's a yokai. I wonder if we'll ever be able to talk to Mayor Timma again. Silas Peddler of the legal trade, free me from these imprisoning walls with great haste. Wow, he's sounding more and more like a real demon with every sentence. I'm starting to wonder if we should even be helping him win his freedom. Still, we can't let Mayor Timma stay possessed. You know what I mean? You can clear me these charges. I shall help in whatever manner I may. Now ask me what you will. It was worth a shot. Were those feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime that you're doing? Indeed, the remnants of Timma Terrell, king of the underworld, they be. The day when I once again dominate the mortal world is at hand. Caw. The prosecution claims that feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie. What's this? I must breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once. Huh? Mayor Timma, is that you? Sure, well now, Damien appears to still be inside within his body. I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine. Be silent now, Damien. This whole thing like demonic possession won't stop father's love for his daughter. You didn't kill Alderman Cubey, did you? I've killed no one. The remembrance of my presence has been misconstrued. Murder is not I. If I had slain that mortal, raging hellfire would have consumed him, leaving naught but ash. Yikes. So you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Think of it, the mayor had mentioned that he'd been clubbed with the statue. I asked about this too. And Fulbright mentioned that you might have something new to tell me. Indeed, I have. I regurgitated this key but a short while ago. He held the key of the Forbidden Chamber. What was regurgitation one of your demonic powers too? I do not waste my powers on such parlor tricks. Get the key from the killer Damien, whereupon he swallowed it. So that barred the killer entry to the Forbidden Chamber. So he wanted to keep it shut tight. No fingerprints shall you find upon that key. I didn't know that. Wait, is that another one of your demonic powers, then? Foolish mortal. You would have me, Timma, Terrell, some asinine alchemist? I haven't asked the jailer if my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Call. Always an honor to serve your malevolence. Guess I'm not the only one that scares the living daylights out of. Can we ask how you use this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere in or around the door. Curse that infernal door. If I had known... But if had I known its manner of opening long, long ago, would I have made my return. He has a point there. Maybe Jinx knows something about how the whole thing works. Can I show him this thing? What, might I ask, is that? The statue was found on the scene. Someone hit Mayor Tim over the head with it. It had been wrapped in a large cloth before the Alderman's murder. Let's see whether Damien knows about such a thing. Yes. Something wrapped in just such a cloth does he recall. A secret gift from Alderman Cuby, it would seem. He, however, had not had a chance to see it until now, for the cloth did conceal it. Maybe the cloth fell off or was removed after the mayor was struck. Of that Damien does not know. A secret gift. Interesting. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it. I should question about the blackmail letter, too. See what he says when I show it to him. Why, this is that accursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien. Apparently somebody slipped it into the Alderman's pocket. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor Tima's briefcase. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you? Caw-caw, caw-caw! You have questions, do you? Very well, ask away, mortal. I do, that's why I asked them. Who placed this in the Alderman's pocket? Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase. So whoever knew about the blackmail letter being in the mayor's briefcase is a potential suspect of its theft and placement in the Alderman's pocket. Could it have been his doing? Mr. Mayor, Mr. Taro, did you just remember something? Indeed I did. There was but one other who knew of that letter. Damien's aide, Florent Labelle. Full knowledge of that briefcase's contents did that aide possess. He may be a blackmailer and the murderer we're looking for. That's preposterous. He's the most trusted advisor. He would never betray Damien. It seems like Mayor Tim has been trusting of those around him. So this is huge. I never know who might have slipped that blackmail letter in the Alderman's pocket. Look out, Florent Labelle. Here comes justice. Let's go find Mr. Labelle and rake him over the coals. Thanks for the help. You've just given us a major lead. Alright, so I got a lot to do now. There's something that still bothers me. Mr. Labelle is the killer. What could have motivated him to open the forbidden chamber? Should probably search for clues. No problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole? Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help. I move. She's probably here? The typing on the location is so slow. Hey, isn't that... Grr. You dare imprison me? Jinxie. She's acting really strange. Oh! Their forehead things are gone. That loathsome, no good Ninetales. You shall know the terror of his mind and despair. Grr. Grr. You shall pay. Oh, you shall pay dearly. All of you. Jinxie, are you alright? Ah! Oh, is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Morning, Jinxie. Morning, isn't it already past noon? And what am I doing here? Last I remember, I lay down and take a nap back at the manor. Oh no, must have been the... Makara Geishi. Geishi? I don't know. Makara Geishi? Ever wake after a restless night's sleep? Find your pillow in an unusual place? I have a problem with my pillow. I have a pillow that I put between my legs to sleep. And the pillowcase comes off on like one half of nights. Like half every... Like it comes off every other night. I don't know why. I always put it back on. I just don't know. I mean, isn't that normal? Like, I have a little plushie that I hold, and I have a pillow that goes between my knees. Is that not normal? I don't know. Sure, she's been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway. Actually, I think I tied the thing on recently, and it's working pretty good. sitting on the floor in the hallway? What's that yokai's fault? The Makura Geishi. Preys on people while they're asleep. Sounds like you just need to be tucked in really tight to make me start sleeping back. Yeah, that's one thing I really wish my dog would have done more. Would have slept with me more. I'm very lonely. JC, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead? I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things could creep into me. I'd say we had more than an adequate demonstration of that just now. I better reapply them. JC, there's something we wanted to ask you. Ah, there was something I wanted to tell you, too. I remember something else. You did? What was it? What do you remember? JC, can you tell us what you remembered? Well, after the trial, I remembered lots of stuff. There's one thing I thought was really weird. I'm almost afraid to ask, but here goes. Really? What? It's about the yokai feathers and tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door. Wait, what? Are you sure? Uh-huh. My memory's crystal clear now. You're saying they left the crime scene after you found it? This could spell major trouble, Apollo. Why? Well, JC's already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it would totally fuel the claim that she fabricated evidence later on. JC's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebutting that. Oh man, this is not good. This is not good. I sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. JC, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the forbidden chamber, would you? The door doesn't even have a keyhole. Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. So you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear. Secret mechanism? Really? Uh-huh. It's hidden in the Fox Chamber. Only Alderman Cubey knew what it was, and how it worked. Alderman Ninetails Fail sure loved his secrets. Apollo, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism. Oh, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. JC, is there only one key to the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh. Even the Master Key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room that must never be opened. Guess that means nobody entered the Forbidden Chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so... So Mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber were not in vain. It doesn't look that fancy. Let's go. She's back up sometimes too, so I don't mind you asking for help, but you should start by thinking things over yourself. After all, the road just starts with your own first step. Ha ha ha. If you don't have any information to offer, you can just say so. Oh, okay, let's go back. Alderman Cubey made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for Ninetails, Vale, and Tenma Town. Token of goodwill, but the two yokai are fighting. Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing. The statue. Who's to be the two yokai holding up a cup in celebration? It sure doesn't look that way now, does it? Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head. That explained it. I guess the only two people who knew what it really looked like were the Alderman and I. That's just me, but the symbol of goodwill will be forever etched in my mind. So, is there anything else we should know about JC? No, that's about it. Ack, the bracelet is reacting. JC, you wouldn't happen to be in Justice We Trust. Yikes. Eek, a ghost. Arg, Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. Professor Blackwell has asked me to question her. Question me? Sorry, not interested. Are you here to ask about that whole yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we want to ask. Ah, but I can't tell you that now, can I? Ha 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 ha. Oh, come on, please. We're partners in justice, right? No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash. So you're not a ghost. Maybe some sort of urban troll then? Now come on, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. What's making my hand pop up? Is it my hair? That's what I think. He took her away. Missed my chance to see what she was lying about. Well, at least he found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out. I just hope they let us in now. Well, this guy. Oh, what an absolutely fabulous scent. I'm so glad I had these carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. I should place one aside for a dearly departed alderman. Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Every time I turn this way, the hand comes up for some reason. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. It's Mr. LaBelle. LaBelle, let's ask about you-know-what. Oh yeah, before we search the Fox Chamber, we should ask him about the blackmail letter. I visit the mayor's little lawyers. What do you want with me? There's something we want to ask you. Well, something we want to ask. Where's that ringing come from? You'll have to excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Hello, LaBelle here. What the? Those things are on his shoulders. Are cell phones. Yes, about that. You must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor Tenma has been a complete nightmare. Where do you buy clothes like that? Ah ha ha ha. Surprised? It's my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty. Functional beauty, are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. Ah! Ah ha ha ha. You simply don't have an eye for beauty. By having an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind. So what do you want with me? Well, Jinx and Mr. Phil said they saw Tim Matero. What about you, Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why don't you see... Ah ha ha ha. Very well. I admit it. That's right. I, Florent LaBelle, saw the demon Tim Matero. So you did see something. Why did you lie about not seeing him? I was simply trying to protect your little Jinxie. Protect Jinxie? What do you mean? Why, don't tell me you haven't heard of that strange little habit of hers. What do you want to talk about? One where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she's doing. Perhaps she's possessed by the Tim Matero. That was new to me. Ah ha ha ha. Well, there you have it. Anytime you hear about a Tim Matero sighting, little Jinxie should be your prime suspect. Tell us more about that rumor. So what was that rumor about Jinxie? I say she's possessed. Not all the time, but of course. And suddenly, then she starts wandering around doing strange things. Is that so? Although, come think of it. That loathsome, no-good, nine-tailed fox. He shall know the terror that is mine and despair. That certainly would explain how she was acting earlier. When she even put on a Tim Matero costume and wandered around the woods at night. She did.
Beware you who sealed me away.
And she actually flew away. Ugh, I wish I'd never asked. Does she remember anything while she's possessed? Of course no. She doesn't seem to remember a thing during those episodes. Memory lost during possession. Don't think of it. Her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that too was caused by her possession. Ah, then maybe... Ah ha ha ha. So you do understand. The whole yokai business was entirely of her own making. Now wait a minute. Although, that yokai Evans wasn't there until after she discovered the crime scene. Did she leave those black feathers and trade tracks there herself? Oh, let's ask Mayor Tim about Jinx's episodes next time we talk with him. Are we going to present him with, the blackmail letter? What is that? It's a blackmail letter, but it wasn't sent to Alderman QB. It was sent to Mayor Timma. And? Your point being, someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it in the Alderman's pocket after he was murdered. Oh, you don't say. You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the one who knew that the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So I should you. Ah! Ah ha ha ha. Perhaps that shot of cologne will make those scales fall from your eyes. Or my eyes fall from their sockets. Is it possible you would like to frame me as a potential suspect? What would make you raise such an outrageous allegation in the first place? Oh, well... Ah ha ha ha. My only crime is being born as beautiful as you see here. In other words, you have nothing. Now, let me show you what to do with this garbage. Ah, you can't show evidence like that. What do you mean I can't? I just did. Ah ha ha. Feel a little lighter now? Just want a one-way trip to the top of my most annoying people ever list, buddy. Are you done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know. So I guess that's it for now. I got sneeze. Alright, she's successful. Sit up straighter. That's it for now. Hello, LaBelle speaking. Really? You wish to carry my new product? You're sure? Oh, but I'm afraid it's my own private brand. It's not available to the public. What? Then I shouldn't advertise it on TV? I don't understand. As the embodiment of beauty, it's my duty to announce my good looks to the world. Stop the bus. I'm getting off. Why does the phone keep ringing while he's talking? Like, I thought maybe he's gonna take a second call, but that's just annoying. Ah ha ha ha. Everyone wants my exclusive Just We LaBelle brand products. It's the crown jewel of my collection, born of my long, relentless pursuit of beauty. But now it's become so popular, it's become an absolute nightmare. You don't say. Well, they can't have it, it's just for me. It's not meant for you peasants. Peasants. It's my latest product. I'm calling it Couleur Me LaBelle. A dazzling hair color you can wash out with just water. Which means you can't sweat. I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads. It's not available to the public. Great sales strategy there, genius. Good view, Mr. LaBelle. Your hair color's changed since the last time we met. Ah ha ha ha. Little lady has quite the discerning eye. Here's a little sample. Consider it a gift for one who truly appreciates beauty. Oh, well, what should I do? Better take it before you get a face full of cologne. Point. Wow, thanks, Mr. LaBelle. Okay, let's head over to the Fox Chamber. I still gotta find the secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. Okay, let's find the secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. What's exciting? Can't wait to see how it works. Do you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber? We'll just have to open it and find out. Let's see if there's anywhere the killer could have hidden this room. Let's get started. I don't actually know that word. Operate? About operate. Still no keyhole, huh? Yeah, normal budge like those spiky bangs of yours. Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door. Why no? I'll break it down with a body slam. Ha ha ha, I switched out, you could do that. Tisk, how do you know if I haven't even tried? No, wait, don't! Ah! how much do you hate losing, Athena? I think the door would win this match. There's carving of the nine-tailed fox over the door and statues on either side. Those statues are glaring. It's like they're guarding the door from us. Come think of it, there are two foxes on the folding screen as well. Maybe a coincidence. Can it? Hey, the statue moves. Don't carried away now. I mean, who knows? It might trigger a trap. Haha, I can handle it. If a spear comes out shooting my way, I'll snatch it out of the air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular Karate Kid. Guess you can catch something that fast out of midair, you can accomplish anything. Still, there might be something to the fact that the fox statues rotate. There's something around here that shows the position they should be in. Back to back. Two foxes standing back to back are depicted on this elegant folding screen. Does that have something to do with the keyhole? Oh, wait a minute. Two foxes. There are two fox statues in front of the forbidden chamber as well. Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to this folding screen. Huh, but I don't see anything unusual about it. Well, it does have two foxes on it, and there are two fox statues in front of the door. Maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Let's turn the whole place upside down. You decided as a kid in a candy store. Can we not just move the statues? Wow, this is a pricey looking chair. Apparently the mayor was found drugged and unconscious in it. Really? Yeah, when he came to, he was arrested for murder. Talk about your rude awakening. So he's the prime suspect in a crime he knows nothing about? That stinks. Oh, poor Mr. Tenma. Sniffle. He must be feeling so scared and confused. Oh, it's up to us to save him. Like she's on her own emotional roller coaster. Now, what else do you need? Nothing much to see on this side. I should go check the other side. Maybe the killer hid under this table. That would be a terrible hiding place. Autumn's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. Guess the underside is a bit... Wait, there's something under the table. Let's check it out. Hey look, there's something down here. It's like a piece of something. My question is a piece of what? Oh, I know. Might be a piece of the statue. Remember what GC said? Statue originally depicted two yokai holding up a cup. It's a symbol of goodwill. This piece broke off and rolled under the table. There's also two coffee cups down there. Well, I can't think of anywhere else to look. Find anything, Apollo? Never find the keyhole to the forbidden chamber at this rate. Something about that folding screen. Now those fox statues in front of the forbidden chamber move? The screen might be a clue as to how we're supposed to position them, or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over the screen with a fine-tooth comb. I thought we already did this. On closer inspection, I think there's more to this screen than meets the eye. Let's check every last inch of it. Okay, the full screen with that, okay? If I spot anything interesting, I can place on it to inspect it further. Let's zoom in and out with B and M to get a better look. I'll check every last inch of it. Doesn't it look like the picture here has been cut off at both ends? Nice picture, it. It's like there's supposed to be doors on both ends. But they're cut in half. Those door symbolize the Forbidden Chamber's door. It definitely feels like something is significant, but just what? What's this? Looks like the keyhole or something. Think it could be the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber? That's just a picture. So you know what they say. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Picture of a key. Oh, that shape looks awfully familiar. I know. It's shaped like the Forbidden Chamber's key. But what about that keyhole drawn on the center of the screen? They two are related? Key and a keyhole? Oh, I just got an idea. If you fold the screen up just right, key and keyhole should overlap. I think you're right. Let's give it a try. I gotta face the door. Look, the door. And it's open, too. Two foxes are now facing each other, so... Hey, what if maybe those fox statues face each other? Apollo! Let's go check out the two statues. Okay, help me move the two statues so they face each other. Just like on the screen. Look! Lock appeared. Now we can try to use that key. Okay, here goes nothing. It worked! Time to see why this chamber is so forbidden. What secrets could it hold, I wonder? We just let out the demon? We just let out the demon. Assuming he's not already out. Mayor, forbidden chamber. Creak. Is it time to brush again? It kind of is. We got 8 more minutes though. We might be able to explore a little bit first. There's already some serious oil. Ah! That was like nails on chalkboard. Oh right, forgot about those super good ears of yours. Look, more feathers. Eek! What the heck is that? Is that a Timotaro statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it. But I can't explain why. Okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? What, this thing? Don't make me laugh. Heh, heh. Really? Hey, look! Well, what? What is it? Up there on the left, there's a bunch of staves on that rack. Kind of like the staff we saw earlier. I mean, the one Jinxie says she saw Timotaro carry? Yeah, I bet our Timotaro impersonator really just come in here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. I'm gonna start with this random bottle of colorant. What's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. In fact, there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here very long. Oh, it's hand cream. See what brand it is. Je suis LaBelle. LaBelle? What the? And then, wouldn't that mean Mr. LaBelle was here? Guess so. But why? Well, whoever was dressed up like Timotaro must have taken a staff from here in the Forbidden Chamber. That same person probably dropped this hand cream in that time. In other words, the Timotaro impersonator we're looking for is none other than Florent LaBelle. This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. All we have to do is get the truth out of Mayor Timba. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the fox chamber. That means Kilo must have been here at some point. The question is, why? Maybe the Timotaro costume was hidden in here? I mean, if someone carried it through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. When did the killer get in here? Mayor snaps the Forbidden Chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. Means the killer could have only gotten in here before the murder. That's one tough riddle, alright. Looks like an old scroll. There's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe. A monk? What are you talking about? You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training? Would that just be a hiker? The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena. Oh, look, there's some yellow thing strapped to his back. Is that like gold or something? Whoa, it's turning into Timotero. What's this scroll getting at? Is that how Timotero was born? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. It's like a gravestone or something. It reads, "Here lies Timotero, age 80. No, it doesn't. Cause death choked on a chicken bone. Yeah, say so. That sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, you ask me. But you're joking around because you're scared. It's your coping mechanism. I'm not scared. Freak out stroll. Right here, baby. Cut it out, widget. I was strong in this one. The stone lantern. Like those Japanese guard lamps. Where's the switch? Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there's no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It's in out of sight. I see Timotero's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. Hey, there's a bunch of staves here. It looks like one's missing. Timotero Jinxie's cell must have taken it. I have to agree. These look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us. Why do you think there are so many here? Maybe they're spares? Timotero might be, you know, absent-minded or something. The fact that he's spare staves handy, well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them. At least that's my take on it. Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. I will hold my breath. I think we mostly got this place petered out. Let's go ahead and take our tail brush break. Last tail brush break of the night. Just do 2.5 minutes. Should be enough. And I'll be right back, okay? Alright, I am back with 1 second to spare. Perfect timing, as always. Who would ever mistake that? Okay, what else we got in here? Anything else? We got the Timotaro. Well, that's one big statue. It must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Timotaro has a staff. The Timotaro in the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. Why this could be significant. But why? Let's take a closer look. First we go around this table here. Apollo, are you sure that's a good idea? Hey, looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of this statue. Don't open it. Who knows what might be in there? Just a big empty compartment. All the dust and cobwebs. I say it hasn't been opened in a really long time. That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it and... Wait, there is something in here. Looks like some sort of figure. But it's so dusty. Can't tell what it's supposed to be. What I was doing here. Oh look, there's an air vent here too. It's even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation. But I don't think anyone could reach this one either. And there's nothing to stand on around here. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch out this way, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all. Guess that's about wraps it up. What now? I should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. Like Mr. Filch? And Jinxie? Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstitions in Timotaro. As he's probably in the foyer. Seems like a good place to find him. It's the curse of Timotaro. Eek! You also have to ignore the superstitions at our peril. Mind your own business, will ya? Ugh! He took Widget! Ouch, what's all this about a curse? And the bracelet, he's got the bracelet too. Timotaro's gonna curse us all unless you stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation, listen to what the superstitions say. Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions? Huh? What are you doing? Widget around your neck. He's mine. You don't better go around stealing people's stuff like that. Here goes for my bracelet. So sorry. I promise I won't do it again. Tisk, he almost kidnapped my sweet little Widget. Big jerk. I'm sorry. Sigh, I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. Well, if you have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but steal Widget? Grr, yipes. Mercy. I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. I just made it. Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. What am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. No other than the Azuki Kozo, robbed from the rich to give to the poor he did. They leave one of these little figures at the scene of the crime. What's more, I'm his grandson because he was my grandpappy. What you don't say? These honors the honest truth. Ah, the sloshing sound of Azuki beans scraping together in dead night. It's the magical sound of dirty money being washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver out of wealth, reborn. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself out of this nasty habit. Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. It looks just like that old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. So he stole whatever was in there. Hey, what are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like I've been there practically forever. Came here, Grandpa broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. That reminds me, Otis told me there's treasure in that there chamber. Treasure? What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only this is the greatest get rich quick chance in the universe. Grandpa told me all about it, said there's amazing treasure in there. Something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? Seeing how there's one of his figures in there, that just might be. That's Grandpappy for you. Hey, wash that treasure up real good before you hand it out to the poor. Ah, of course. Because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing Tim Mateo near the scene of the crime. So I didn't come clean right away. But those superstitions got the better of me. People in Ninetales Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tim Mateo. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. So I'm going to do exactly what they say from now on. You plan on staying there in Ninetales Vale? Gonna staying here in Ninetales Vale? Yep. I'm gonna keep living right here and keep the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rulebook to me. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales? Old wives' tales? Make me listen to a word I said? I'm gonna do exactly what them superstitions say? Well, I say that's baloney. Is it just that?
Take that!
It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There's, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Ah, so according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales Vale. If you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. Wah! I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Yipes! You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tim Mateo? It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tim Mateo. So if I did, he'd do with me what the superstition said would happen. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. I want Mr. LaBelle wanted to scare you into silence. Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid gal. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. That rumor again. I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tim about the possession rumor. Ouch, hey, watch it! What are you still this time? Oh. I'll be taking this back now. Kinda like family to me. You just asked instead of stealing it. Is that all we wanted to ask, Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tim Mateo one more time. Thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Alright, back to Detention Center. At least it kind of leads you around so you know where to go. Lord Timma, your attorneys are here to see you. Your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Timma, you've returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came back earlier to apply a new charm to my head. Seems to be suppressing the demon within me. Let's leave. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere in this time. So what can I do for you today? I'd like to ask you about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. Ah. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what the prosecution's going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Ha ha ha. Huh? Call. No match is a sporting charm for me. Where did it go? I missed it flying off. Ah, there's a charm. Tim Mateo's back. Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming the child for my doing. I blew that. The question brought the yokai back. They probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. We'd like to ask you about something your Aide Florent LaBelle mentioned. Do you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know not of which you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tim Mateo, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal? Caw. No affection do I possess for your race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as yokai at the scene. If you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tima's name. But I've already told you, I know not of what you speak. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo. I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain that whole possession thing. Knock stuff out then. Oh, I think it's really something. I can make count her when it counts. Mayor Tima, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Somnambulism? You mean she's sleepwalking? Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of disorder. She's brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Nine Hills Vale? When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night. I knew it. That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. That means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. It's in the Timotero that she thought that the mayor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter. Look, Timotero's spirit. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tima? Very well, it's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you. Mayor Tima, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. Neither did I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it. You suspect Thorn is behind all this? But why? Did he really want Nine Tails Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on Timotero for a spell. How could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Timotero? That's crazy. Did I say that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Timotero brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's the superstition's warn. You must not gaze upon him, nor free him from his prison. But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Timotero thing now. And I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. Your dinner is ready. Your malevolence. Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Caw. Yes, your malevolence. I remember that. How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? We've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tima, so why don't we go see Fernet LaBelle next? Let him know the truth. He won't be able to claim that the Timotero was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. The question is, how are we going to get him to admit he was him? Okay, now let's practice that again, Filchy, from the top. Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. I gotta sneeze. I'll think of the pets. Stupid allergies. Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we, heard a scream, oh heck, what was the next part again? Arrgh! Yeah, the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time, you know. Sorry, my nose is running after sneezing. Now, 100 times more and we're done. I wonder if they're practicing. Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Oopsie daisy. Ow! Oh, beg your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. Just all this practice. Yipes! Unbelievable. What if you had Sully my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? You filched LaBelle's wallet just now? So what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo? Huh? Oh, it's you, too. Eavesdropping, are you, me? You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me? Your confession to being Timotero and Posh would be nice right about now. Mr. Filch filled me on a conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Timotero. Filch, you fool! Yipes! I told you nothing would come of you running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? Ah ha ha ha. Why, to protect darling little Jinxie, of course. But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. It also means she couldn't have possibly been Timotero. Interesting, but where are you going with this? Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Timotero. Ah ha 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 ha. Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that I'm Timotero? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort. That's right, Mr. LaBelle, you told me Timotero was a jinx. So, ouch! I said Timotero was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 more times. Yipes! So, have you been called to testify tomorrow? Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then. Ah ha 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 ha. I'll be waiting, with a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you. Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones. Oh, what was I saving? No one. Must be that sweet clone of yours. Mr. LaBelle made me right sleepy it did. Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow. I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Arrgh! Right up the schnozola. Keep quiet and do exactly as I say. No, please. Anything but another lesson. There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, we'll get the proof we need in the court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. Better go clear that up before tomorrow. You think they're done questioning Jinxie? Hey, let's see if she's over on Yoke Lane shopping for more charms. The cursed nine-tailed fox, the time for selling the score is nigh. My grudge is but festering over time. At last, vengeance will be mine. Grr, grr. She must be possessed or sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Psst, Jinxie. Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Ah, my charm must have fallen off again. Phew, guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel. Did I question you, Jinxie? Uh-huh, and on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released. Yeah, which one? Oh, the one with the nine-tailed fox and Timotero. It shows them dancing together. Really? Jupiter Rivals dancing together? Uh-huh. It's charm for building burnt bridges. Alright, for the murder issue. No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor. To stop you two from fighting, like you did in court this morning. We weren't fighting, it was just a spirited debate. So we lawyers act! No fighting. Sigh. Charm slapped again. Well, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. The trick is just not look at it. Jinx, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said those feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like what? That's what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. Eek. When I opened the door, Papa and Autumn and Cubie were collapsed in the fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all I said before he passed out, in the chair. I knew it. She told me something back. Confirm.
Gotcha!
Finger twitch. You were very nervous when you said, that's all he said, weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tima say anything else to you? There's nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep. So you admit that he did say something else. Eek! How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Gotta know. Well, like I said, he was just talking in sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that? Could you be a little more specific? Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman Cuby." He said, what? He actually confessed to the crime? But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly know what he was saying. He's probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare. A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Turn to the basics. That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is the largest, greatest, and most trusted weapon. Right. Just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. JC, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. There's no way Papa's the killer. Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming, or simply delirious? Who knows? I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Well, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? Harrington was locked tight until Jinxie arrived. Her client's even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something. I know. Let's see here. A lack of a third party in the locker room was a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman Cuby and Mayor Tima were the only people who saw in the chamber. The real killer must have been hiding in there as well. If the room was locked tight, there's only one logical. That's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have fled the fox chamber when it was open. That's when Juicy saw what she saw was Timotero. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people in there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? I was turning pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow. Apollo. We have to take down the dirty, rotten Timotero Florent LaBelle. Right. We'll get him with a legal exorcism, justice style. Is this gonna go to day 3? Are we just at day 2? I mean, we're on day 2 now. So if it goes to day 3, then it should finish up tomorrow. If it's like tomorrow toward the end, but if it stays day 2, like if we end on day 2, then we're gonna probably end it really early tomorrow. Oh, we'll see. I don't think there's time to finish this tonight. Although I think we'll get close. If it is day 2. Look back at session for the trial of Damien Tima. But we don't know how he hid in the room. All Justice Defense Team Leader is ready, Your Honor. Next Access Defender is ready too, Your Honor. Just we pray. As chipper as ever, I see, and in French, no less. And the prosecution? Very well then. By the way, I asked Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There'll be no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, what? Oof. Now, opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it. Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. I realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game, as Simon says. Yeah, his honor has to fight to defend his honor today. Your boldness. It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement. I have? I don't know if I'd say that. Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. I was looking one who yearns deeply for the chill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you've been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the courtroom. The one thing you cannot possess. The crown jewels of the court? Now, at long last, they're within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse? Oh, so you don't mind if I do it then? I'll make a special exception. Just this once. Here we go again. Yep, more Blackwell's mind games. Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make the opening statement myself. In yesterday's session, we learned the shocking truth that the victim, Alderman Rex QB, was the Amazing Ninetales. We also learned that the Amazing Ninetales was a key figure in the yokai craze in the anti-merger protest. It's further revealed that upon learning Rex QB's secret identity, Mayor Damien Timma murdered him. The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light. The only people in that tightly locked room were the defendant and the victim. Next proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party. A further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who had escaped the room. Ergo, it was concluded that the evidence against the defendant is, well, conclusive. Eek, did I say something wrong? That was quite astonishing. You've truly outdone yourself this time. Oh, haha, one more thing to boast about, to my grandchild. Well, this is not an unexpected turn of events. Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. Inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Was that not demand some sort of explanation? Feathers in the tracks? Weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed? That was but an act to protect his daughter. Oh. Yes, of course. I suspected as much. Wait, did he actually believe that? The mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Here we go, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Timma.
Objection!
Prosecutor is engaged in mere conjecture. Humph. Would you care for some witness testimony then? For I'm ready to prove that little scamp is the one behind the Timma Tarot farce. Witness testimony? I bet he means Filch and that creepy little bell. Very well then. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Mr. Filch, you made quite the hasty exit yesterday. See if it doesn't happen again today. Hey, been known for my hasty retreats since I was a kid. Bit of trademark of mine. Indeed, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs to slip. Like those amateurs could ever nab me. Yipes! Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. Want to put a collar on him? Yipes, no please. I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running. Your statement, now. Yes, sir, Mr. Blackhead, sir. It may be a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping across through Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as a give-up easy type. Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. Specifically, the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime. The yokai is Jinxie. Timma Taro's really that little maid gal. Ain't no doubt about it. I mean, Timma Taro I saw was just a little thing about her size. Little run and a big old staff. I seen when she came into the foyer. I she stole from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling in on the crime scene. She only used to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation, I just know it. So Timma Taro was short in stature, and that's because it was Miss Jinxie Timma all along. You betcha. That's all the rest in the manor were way taller than her. Gaining height is but an easy thing. But a big ox like the defendant could never pass for short. What if the Timma Taro impersonator was walking on the knees? Or indeed walking, I've seen it myself. Then perhaps that yokai really was Miss Timma after all. All monsters are not but tricks, either the mind or the cheap parlor variety. So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things? Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me. Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in truth, it was simply the janitor. Ho ho ho! Buster Blackwell just gave up the ghost, literally. The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are no doubt partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that. That actually sounds like a real ghost to me. Everyone's been muttering about taking vengeance. This may now cross-examine the witness. Timotero is really that little maid gal. Ain't no doubt about it.
Hold it!
We'll press here. Mr. Filcher and Mr. LaBelle mentioned something about a practice yesterday. Did you deny the so-called lesson was about what you were supposed to say in court? No, you got it all wrong. Then could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was? Oh, it was... What was it again? Yipes! I now remember. Math, numbers and stuff. He's completely under Blackwell's control, too. But Timotero was the little maid girl, so what's the difference? I mean, the Timotero I saw was just a little thing about her size.
Hold it!
I think you got a good look at how tall the Timotero impersonator was? Hey, you betcha. I got a habit of sizing people up. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it off. All under the table. Natch. I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are and how much money they have. I size them real good before I relieve them of their valuables. He submitted being a pickpocket right in here in court. The witness told that this Timotero entered the foyer? All right, I do. But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came into the foyer.
Hold it!
Well, you're not going to brush it all off by claiming the purple short. Must have hit a raw nerve because you ain't that tall yourself. Who's talking, Mr. I've got to stand on a box just to testify? Anyway, Mr. Filch, correct me if I'm wrong. But did you say the Timotero you saw had a staff? Cross my heart and hope to die. I know because it went a jingle and a jangle. And where do you suppose that staff came from? Staff, you say? Well, bet you stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene.
Hold it!
I suppose you mean to say that Jinxie Tenma entered the Forbidden Chamber to get one. I ain't never seen a staff like that in the manor. So it had to be the Forbidden Chamber. Oh, really? The stench of LaBelle is thick in the air today. Jinxie entered the Forbidden Chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up their actions by pretending to be Timotero. And so that's what Filch is trying to say? Could Jinxie have even entered the chamber? Could Jinxie have even entered the Forbidden Chamber if she wanted to? There's one thing I was wondering about. Why did that yokai have a staff in the first place? Well, I've got my hunches about that. She's gonna use it to wallop me on the account of my fierce reputation. I just know it.
Hold it!
Wallop you? And why would the so-called yokai want to do that? Little maid gal never did like me. She was always hightails when I come around, or sticks one of those weird papers on my noggin. She probably thinks of him as a dreaded Tanuki monster of QB Manor or something. We need to prove that Jinxie isn't Timotero. But I have no idea how we're gonna do that. All we have to do is prove that it was impossible for Jinxie to turn into Timotero. That might be easier than you think. Really? Now's our chance. Our chance to expose the real Timotero for all to see. Alright, what do we have? I probably need to save, right? Still think about her size.
Objection!
Yeah, she couldn't have gotten the key. It would seem that Timoteo was, in fact, not this innocent little girl. Huh? How do you figure that? You claim the Timoteo you saw had one of those staves from the Forbidden Chamber. But it would have been possible for Miss Timma to get a hold of one. Can you elaborate, Mr. Justice? The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Miss Timma discovered this crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Timoteo seen holding that staff could not have been Jixie Timma. Ack! Arg! What? But then who does the defense believe was the impersonating Timoteo? Our Timoteo impersonator is none other than Mayor Timma's aide.
Objection!
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek? Yes, in fact, I can. Very well. Let's see where the defense is going with this. The recipe shows proof as to the true identity of the Timoteo impersonator.
Take that!
We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber, and we know that whoever was Timoteo took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever had this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for. Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner? I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. This requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. Might tell us who it belongs to. Interesting. So you expect to find the yokai's prints there? Very well. Hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprints results. No need for that, Your Baldness. We have the prints of everyone at the manor that day. All Prosecutor Blackwell? Can anyone be more whipped? Fulbright, analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command. Very well, then. I guess we'll just wait right here. It would seem that the fingerprints analysis is complete. What do the results show? What in the world? They're from the Bell's prints, aren't they? This is absurd. Prosecutor Blackwell? I'm not going to like this, am I? Don't tell me. They're Timoteo's prints? Here's the half fingerprints! Fingerprint analysis revealed that the prints belong to... Phineas Filch.
Objection!
Wait, what? What? Then Mr. LaBelle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why, you tricksy little Tanuki. Explain yourself now. So sure, the imprints are mine. I mean, I did pay for that hand cream for Mr. LaBelle after all. So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber? So what if I did? You got a problem with it? Yipes! You, fool of a Tanuki. Order! Order! Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean? Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch is in the Forbidden Chamber... Wait a second. Does this mean that Timoteo holding that staff was Phineas Filch? Yipes! Another cat out of the bag. Mr. Filch is Timoteo? I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? This will explain himself this instant. I didn't proud of your honorship, but I was just doing what the Alderman told me. He wanted me to be the Timoteo on the village exorcism ritual. You mean that event at Ninetales Fail Festival? That was you inside the Timoteo costume. Yep, at the event I went to watch that pro wrestling program. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers. So I didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. That's when I looked at the Timoteo costume and got a great idea. If I can tell it's me while I'm wearing it. And because of the dumb superstition, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say a word. In other words, you use the superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible. Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? There's a treasure there! Thought that was my big chance to sneak on in and nab it. Treasure. Only that's the greatest get rich quick chance in the universe. Grandpa told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. He went in there not knowing his grandfather had already pilfered it. Guess that's one tale thing it passed on from grandpa to grandson. Wait, how exactly did you get into the forbidden chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the forbidden chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly got in. I go through the air vent in the foyer. It's left to the Artemis picture. I went in. It's not that big though. I went on in and made a nice little hole. You had to get into the air duct that leads to the forbidden chamber. I did. You what? But how's that even possible? Wait a sec. The air vent, the forbidden chamber? But how did he get back up there? I guess he could have had a rope or something. Just first found a way to get into that air duct. That's how I got from the foyer vent to the forbidden chamber vent. Since Timotaro was nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather a tanuki burglar. Dragged me without anyone to charge for the Alderman's murder. Like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker. I'm tempted to... I feel like we need to stop there. Because we're about to get into something big, I feel. Because the music kind of stopped. And so I know it's a few minutes early. But I feel like this... whatever, let's keep going. Hey, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? Why are you bonking me? I'm right. I'm gonna go a little bit further. I got out of that costume right quick. Which just caused trouble at that point. I mean, Treeborn always says don't stop. Treeborn says just keep going all night, but I can't. I'm already getting sleepy. And where is that costume now? Heck if I know. And it ain't my fault if you never find it. We searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manor. Hope it's tossed outside the manor. Ah. No way. Maybe, just maybe. It seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice. Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here?
Take that!
You tossed out the window? Because that would certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor. Think I tossed out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. Thought I'd go do something like that. I can think of a few reasons. Any bright ideas, Apollo? Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window, the next question would be, what happened to it after that? If I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Miss Filch, I have just the evidence for you. You do? That just proves you got rid of your Timotaro costume through the window.
Take that!
Oh, that's Timotaro flying through the sky. And just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw his costume out the window? It's quite simple. That's not Timotaro in the photo. It's the costume Mr. Filch threw out. That's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you? There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor's pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, photo Timotaro really was a flight of fancy. What? Yikes! Oh my, so there really never was a yokai. Oh, I can't keep any of them cats bagged. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume? This one includes the defense's position. Casey Tema had nothing to do with staged yokai sighting. Care to raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell? None whatsoever. Alright, we gotta pause there. Something's coming up. Like, they keep doing stuff. No, we stop. We gotta stop there. It's not that early now, right? We quit. We gotta back out. Cookie! Nom. Eat the cookie. Taco? Taco, taco. Nom 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 taco. Eat taco. Alright, so that is it for me tonight. Thank you all very much for joining me on this lovely, lovely Tuesday burger. I can have burger. No, 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 no. A burger. So sleep well, have good dreams, everyone, and hope to see you guys back here tomorrow for possibly the conclusion of this thing. Oh, you want to see Big Fox? Got a butterfly right here. Burger? Nom 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 nom. Eat the burger. Nom 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 nom. Get in my face. Nom nom. Nom nom. Get in my face. Did it work? Oh, I'm just very delayed. So, yum yum. Alright. So, yeah. So sleep well, have good dreams, and hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. And thank you all very much for joining me. Again, thank you for all the subs, the 41 subs, and thank you, Carol, for the 250 bits. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so sleep well, have good dreams, and hope to see you guys again soon, okay? Good night, everyone. Fox out. Good night.